Hey guys, so this is the video about, as you know by the title already, but our gender reveal ultrasound. We had it at 14 weeks, 15 weeks, like 14 weeks, 5 days, I don't know. He was measuring 15 weeks. He was measuring 15 weeks, 2 days, but I was technically 15. Oh, how do I not even know this? I was technically like 14 weeks, 3 days on what I'm going off of ovulation. So, yeah, he's measuring big, which, like I said in my pregnancy vlog, doesn't surprise me in the least. Deacon always measured really, really big, so it wasn't a shocker there. Alright, so we went in, and in the car, I asked my husband, I said, so, last guess, what do you think it is? And he said, it's a girl. And then I asked Deacon, you know, are you going to have a brother or sister? And he said sister. And I turned around and I was like, it's a boy. Like, for sure, it's a boy. And we go in there and we sit down and we wait, and I'm like freaking out. And I don't even know why. I think I was just nervous about like the ultrasound in general, but I was really nervous. I wasn't nervous about the gender. I wasn't nervous about anything at all. I was just like really like, I was nervous, like, I guess just hoping everything's okay and to see the baby again and everything else. So we get in there and I said, do I need to pee? And she's like, if you need to pee, you can pee. It doesn't matter. She's like, it doesn't matter with our equipment. I said, okay, then I'm going to pee because I'm nervous, and whenever I get nervous, I need to pee. So I went in, I used the bathroom, I came back down, I sat down, and she immediately like put the stuff on. It was like, okay, I gotta breathe. And my husband's like, chill out. But I was so excited because I'd been counting down this day for so long, and I knew I was going to be surprising my mom that day, and it was a lot of anticipation. And then with me and my husband, it was like, who's right, who's wrong? You know, what is this baby? And I wanted to go shopping, and it was just so exciting. And it's huge because it was like, is Deacon going to have a brother or a sister? Is he going to have a baby brother to do brotherly things together? Is my husband going to be taking them out and going fishing together? Is it going to be like, I'm going to have a girl, he's going to have a boy, and we're going to, you know, Deacon's going to be protecting his sister? It's just, there's so many things that go into, like, what your sibling is, that my mind was just a wreck. Anyhow, I told the ultrasound tech, I said, you know, first thing I want to look at is placenta. I want to know where my placenta is at. And I said, second thing, we want to obviously know the gender. So can you just show it to us so we can guess? And she's like, yeah, sure, that's fine, whatever. So first things first, the placenta, it has moved. It's still what they consider like marginal, which is within 2 centimeters of my cervix. So it's still marginal placenta previa. However, it's not sitting directly on top of my placenta or my cervix anymore. So thank the stars and the heavens that my placenta has moved. It is, what is it? Is it posterior? I don't know. It's like towards my back. So that probably explains a lot too with why I've been feeling the movement so much and so early and so strong. So the placenta is really, really good. I talked to my midwife about it, and she said, this is going to be TMI. She said, I'm not specifically on pelvic rest anymore, but to take it easy. So, we got the clue, and that's good. So I'm happy about that. It's a good thing. And then, you know, while she was like moving around, we were able to actually count fingers and toes, which is huge, and be able to see him, and he's just so perfect and looks exactly like Deacon did at that point in time in the 3D and the 2D. It's crazy. But she pulls it up, and she just like kind of flashed by it, I think just like looking for it or something like that, and I was like, whoa, it's a boy. And my husband's like, whoa, wait, and she's like, let me pull it back up. And she pulls it back up, and we were just like, yeah, that's a boy. It's a boy 100%. And my husband's like, yeah, it is a boy. And she's like, do you want me to confirm? And we both said, well, yeah, because we don't want to just like guess. And she said, yes, it's a boy. So for sure a boy. And I was just like over the moon excited. We immediately, you know, started telling our family and everybody else. And then we went shopping, and we got him a couple things just for him. I have a really hard time, and I didn't have a ton of hand-me-downs, or my sister didn't have a ton of hand-me-downs growing up, but I guess I just had like an issue with And I don't even know why. And it might change. Actually, in fact, it probably will change. But I have a hard time with hand-me-downs. I think for me, I want Deacon to be in his things, and I want this baby to have his things, and they are two totally separate people, and I want to treat them that way. So I have a hard time with hand-me-downs. In fact, I sell most all of Deacon's things because I want this baby to be his own person. And they're two totally opposite seasons, so it works out even better. But, which is why it might change later on down the road. But we went shopping for him. We got a couple things, and I did a baby buys video, so I will post that. And just to keep that clear, like solid colored shirts I keep, and pants, jeans, shorts, those types of things I keep, unless they're like very specific shorts, then I sell them. And it works out well. And just in case you're wondering, I pretty much don't pay for Deacon's clothes because I sell and then I buy on sale or at consignment sales, and I sell at consignment sales. So it's pretty much a wash. So I don't think I'm like made of money and tons of things like that, but because I shop and sell really smart, I'm able to do that. So anyways, that's kind of the little, my laundry basket just went in on the back. That's kind of a little tidbit about that. Okay, it's not going to stay up now. I guess that's what I get for sitting on the bottom of a laundry basket. So, let's see, what else happened? We went to lunch. We had gone to breakfast that morning, and then we went to lunch, and it was just, it was so much fun just talking about things we're going to do with our boys, and it's awesome. So, the ultrasound went really good. Most importantly, he's healthy, and yeah, it's really going great. I think one thing, and I hate for this to be a long video, but one thing I have to touch on that has been driving me crazy, and this is going to be like the ultimate rant, is that I've already been asked, are you going to try for a girl? And oh my gosh, if another person asks me that, I'm literally going to slap them across the face and say, no, we will never, ever try for a girl. And at that same note, we will never, ever try for a boy. I think that is the most ludicrous thing to say to anyone. And I think even as a parent, if you're saying, yeah, we're going to try for a girl, then maybe you really shouldn't be having a child. Because you need to be trying for a second baby or a third baby. And understand that no matter what happens, you're going to love this child. And if you're trying for a girl and you get a boy, is that really going to make that person less because they are one gender over the other? And I don't even know why it bothers me so bad, but it really bothers me that people say that, because or they'll talk to me like I'm sad about having another boy, and they'll just be like, oh well, you know, maybe I'll have a girl next time. Well, maybe, you know, first of all, if there is a next time, and if we get a girl, but would I be upset with a third boy? No. I guess I'm just blown away by some people. And it's not even anything on YouTube, it's real life stuff. That's what I'm venting from. But it makes me sick to my stomach. So that's my rant over. So don't ask me if we're going to try for a girl, because no, we won't ever try for a girl. So anyways, I think that's it. Otherwise, it went great, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm sorry about keeping you in suspense for so long, but at least I told you, like, the day before I announced it, so there wasn't, like, a ton of suspense. And whoever doesn't like that video, what are you, mad I'm having a boy? Like, why would you dislike that video? I don't even understand. It's a few slides of text. I don't know what's to dislike, but whatever. So, yeah, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.